lost in the night. It's okay to cry, just as long as you hold your head. Cause we're on our way to better. Better's ahead, better's ahead. It gets worse for it gets better. But better's ahead, better's ahead. Better days coming, better days coming. Better days, better days. Better days coming. I know you've been kicked out, slept on, let down, fake on. Waited for too long for something to lean on. You feel weak, just be strong. Deep breath, stay calm. You just press on, press on, press on. You gon' see there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Keep your eyes on the road ahead. And if you're feeling lost in the night, it's okay to cry, just as long as you hold your head. Cause we're on our way to better. Better's ahead, better's ahead. It gets worse before it gets better. But better's ahead, better's ahead. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Better days, better days. Better days are coming. I know you felt left out and stepped on. Keep going, keep going. Shine bright, don't dim yours for no one. Keep going higher, 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 higher. Yes, better days, better days. Coming, better days, better days, on their way. Coming, I know, better days, better days, better days. Coming, better days, better days. I know, better days are coming. It's 7 o'clock. Left flowers on the table. I'm missing a touch. The way that you hold me, put no one above. I picture you naked when you're out of town. My sole inspiration lately. All nights I want it. I know you've been patient with me. All nights I need it. Tell me, girl, do you crave it like me? Hit me up when you're lonely. I know that you're waiting tonight. One time if you save it tonight.
Sometimes I love myself, touch myself, thinking of you. Sometimes when you're gone, far from home, thinking of you, baby. Just like you, just like you, just like you, just like you.
Kiss on your navel, my hands on your waist. Obsessed with your flavor, I just wanna taste my caramel shawty. You're deep in my soul. Stop talking so naughty, you're crazy. You talk too much shit. All nights I want it. I know you've been patient with me. All nights I need it. Tell me, girl, do you crave it like me? Hit me up when you're lonely. I know that you're waiting tonight. One time if you save it tonight.
Sometimes I love myself, touch touch myself, thinking of you, thinking about you. Sometimes when you're gone, far from home, thinking about you, baby. Just like you, just like you, just like you, just like you. Sometimes I love myself, touch myself, thinking of you.
I gotta turn this music off.
Sometimes
Hey,
Hey,
wait up. So, can I just tell you how cold I am today?
I see.
It's like a whole fleece blanket, but it's not. It's my coat. I'm just so cold. How are you, my love?
I'm doing good. How are you? I know. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I mean, yeah, like 2 weeks. No, we saw each other last week, but still, like,
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
2 weeks. How's your week been so far? Or, well, how's your day been so far, I should say?
Busy. How about you?
Very busy. And I gotta admit, poor Darius, we must have had a rough weekend or something. I don't know, because he hasn't been going to sleep as early as he usually does. And they had off on Friday, thank God. Like they gave him, the snow day. But this morning, poor thing, I was waking him up to get in class. He was sitting there like this the whole time, and you can't turn the camera off. So I'm just like, bless you. I'm just like, let me just text his teacher and listen. It ain't working today.
It's not working. And he's
Turn off the camera. So he ended up sleeping until like maybe 10:30 this morning or so.
Yeah, but he needed that. And I think as parents, like you have to recognize that for your child and know that it's a lot. Like, and I've been saying be kind to the teachers, but also be kind to the kids too, because that's a lot. Especially for someone who's just starting school, kindergarten, it's like, how do you expect them?
And again, you want them now because so he used to sit like this and be able to watch, or like this. Now they're like telling them they gotta sit up straight. They gotta be able to be attentive. Yep. And I'm like, come on, man. Y'all asking for too much.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yes, trust me, I understand.
But tomorrow's a new day. He's gonna be in class.
Yeah, most definitely. Like you get one day pass.
Yes, but other than that, I mean, that's kind of like what made today a rough day. It was just like I felt bad for him. I'm just like, poor thing, because I be feeling like that too. I just want to sit here and cry. Like, I want to cry. But yeah, man, it's what's today? Today is the last. No.
Yeah, today is. No,
we got one more Monday of the month.
No.
Oh, wait, what we got left?
This is the last Monday of February.
Oh, it is.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday will make the last day of the month.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, wow. Wait, you know what I noticed? Hold on, y'all. This is going to be crazy. So February and March, the dates on the calendar are exactly the same.
Yes, they are.
Saw that. I flipped out. I was like,
yes, I noticed that last week. I was writing some dates out, and I'm like, oh, I just wrote this date, but it was like, oh no, it was.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, I got an old calendar or something. What's going on? But isn't that dope?
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever seen that. I haven't come across it.
I don't. Maybe because we actually watch the calendar more. Like we pay more attention to it.
Yeah.
As we're getting older.
Exactly. Well, don't say that part. We're getting wiser.
Black don't crack. We're getting wiser.
Okay. Okay.
But I have to say, today is going to be an amazing. Yes, I'm bundled. Leave me be. Today's going to be an amazing day, you guys. We have a special guest per usual. But before we get into the special guest, we want to just go back and thank Train Fast Athletics. Well, I was about to say CEOs. I mean, technically they are CEOs.
They are.
Right.
Yeah.
Danny and Amira for being on our show last week. You guys need any of their information, we'll plug you guys with that again. Sorry, I can't put it out there because I know there was a lot of underscores and I don't remember which one it was for. So I'll get all that information to you. But this week, today, we have a special guest who is actually CEO of a couple of things, but the one that stands out the most these days is Vire TV. I hope I'm saying this correctly. He'll correct me when he gets on. But Lamar Seay, he is a Jersey resident, but he is now living the good life in the sunny state of LA. He is way out there. And, you know, I'm jealous. So so I think today's conversation, like I said, is going to be really dope. He's going to be able to kind of give us an understanding of what made him make that transition from here in Jersey all the way over to LA, which I think is really good because I feel like he took a chance. And I feel like chances these days, we can talk all about these chances, baby.
Chances, yes.
T, what you feeling about chances? They on your side?
Chances, yes, because I had to learn quickly. You gotta move out your own way and just take it.
Gotta take it. Gotta take it. What they say, blessings and stuff are on the other side of fear.
Yes, yeah.
Listen, I'm trying to get all what I can look, all what God has in store for me, man.
No,
I know you are
too. Yeah, no playing games no more. No playing games.
Right. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Lamar. So he should be loading up soon. I think yeah.
See him.
Just wanted to make sure because I'm like, hold up, something's wrong here. Oh, here he comes. Hey, you have to go off of mute. I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Mute.
Turn your mute off. Oh, there you go. Wait, say something, Lamar. Nope. I think you're still on mute.
No, he's not on mute, but maybe.
Oh, wait. You're right. I don't see that symbol. You're right. I like his hat, yo. That looks like my granddaddy hat.
He like that.
Oh, he can hear me?
He can hear. He probably has to re-plug in his earphones, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Try your earphones again. I heard something click. We're going to, this is the perfect time I can use some of the sign language I've been teaching myself. See? Why you make that face, T? Why you make that face? Oh, man, Lamar is on mute. I mean, he's not on mute, but he's muted.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's something I need to do on my end. I don't know. Oh, here's another thing. Well, no, you should already know because Lamar, we were literally just on Zoom. I can read lips though. I'm great at reading lips. Sometimes I make out stuff I'm probably not supposed to, T. Oh, man. So while we get through this minor, oh, wait, you about to say so? Look, we're both, me and T both looking like, oh, hold on, I'm looking. Wait, what'd you tell me to do? I'm about to just call your phone. Is that what you told me? No, I was about to say definitely wasn't because all I got a text of was bet. So T, when he texts me back or whatever, usually it's like, yo, what's good? Or it's bet. Like, that's it. And I'd be like, yo, Omar, what? What?
He laughed.
I know he cracking up. I'm bombing on him. I'm sorry. You know it's all love. Oh my goodness. I think he's still trying to figure. Oh, he's coming back in. Gotcha. Okay.
Sounds good.
Gotcha.
See, she couldn't read lips then.
I sure couldn't. Time out. His head was down. His head.
All right, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. I can hear you good too.
What's
I heard
going
all the jokes and all that. I'm
on?
here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you heard how she was bombing on you, right?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I
I
swear
appreciate
it's
that.
all love. It's all love. What's
It's
going
always
on? How
love.
you doing today?
Life is good. I'm sweating in the house.
What? I'm jealous.
Sweating.
I'm really, yeah.
Well, like you're sweating because of your hat in LA. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then the sunlight,
yeah.
I wish I could give you some. I wish I could share it, really.
Listen, we need some of that over here in Jersey. You
We
already
It
know
looks
what
crazy
we
out there
do.
right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, you
Yeah.
see what I'm wearing, right? You see this?
Yeah. Wow, I feel you. Wow.
In an already 90
But she got a
degree
tee
house.
on.
Yeah, I got to because
You good.
And you know what? Her
You
house
checking it
stays
out.
toasty too.
Huh?
Her house stays toasty, so I
Yeah.
bet she is good.
Oh, okay. So she's straight.
I'm good.
Right. But what's up, man? Thank you so much for joining us. This is
Of course.
this is an honor because not many people know, but Lamar has been kind of like I'd be calling everybody my mentor that teaches me something. I don't know.
That's okay.
I think I should. But he has been the reason I'll be Teeth. He's the other reason why I started this magazine. I used to write for his magazine, which was R&B magazine, and I'll let him go into detail of all the other things that he has. But yeah, that was my starting point. That was my foundation.
I remember too. You still got to log in over there.
Nervous as hell. I'm like, what am I supposed to put? He's like, whatever. Like, do your thing.
You still got to log in too, an email. You still got to log in over there.
So wait, I could still send some stuff if I need to.
You still got stuff over there. Yeah, you still got to log in.
So how long ago did you start it, and how long ago did you actually join him, Ebony?
Wow. Yeah, when did you start, Lamar?
Well, those magazines I didn't actually start. My partner did. Okay. True was the hip hop outlet. It's been out since about '99. So, they gave Kanye his first cover, interviewed Jay, Rick Ross, every name you can put out there except for I think Eminem and Lil Wayne. Ooh. And then R&B, I think about 2008 or something. And then I came out to LA about 2010. I got with the company about 2011. So I started off just doing ad sales, just regular ass selling ads, and moved up to doing interviews with True. I think my first interview was like either Ace Hood or DJ Drama. From there, I moved on to, kind of took over the whole thing within like 6 months of just starting. So from there, the owner, who's now my business partner, gave me the leeway to take over everything. And, we just been running with it since.
That's so dope. I remember, I think I came on. Now, I only wrote a couple articles, but that was enough for me to be like, yo, this is like crazy. Yeah. Published like that and in a different aspect from photography. So I want to say, Talaya, it had to have been, I'm pretty sure it was like 2016, 2017-ish.
Yeah, probably like, around then.
Around that time is when he was hitting, like we hit each other up or whatever, and it's been going from
there. Yeah. I remember. I definitely remember that.
Yeah, man. So real quick, I know you gave us like a slight bio of, what you do and stuff, but if you can tell our viewers, because some of them don't know you,
okay.
Who you are and what you got going on, and we'll dive right into, what really made you make that transition from Jersey
So
Because
I'm
there's
an
a lot.
entrepreneur, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the project or the company I'm working on is called Vire Network. It's a global streaming platform, sort of like a Hulu or Netflix, slash Viacom slash Title, where we have our own channels, about 10 or 11. This range from hip hop, R&B, lifestyle, comedy, family, and so on. We have a couple international channels now, which there's a Hindi-based channel and a Spanish-based channel,
Ooh.
and launching via Africa and Asia in the spring. So yeah, those are all separate entities, separate channels, kind of like how Viacom has,
Yeah.
MTV, BET, Comedy Central, and so on. That's how we're structured. So we do movies, TV shows, live stream events, concerts, sporting events, everything in between, pretty much.
That is so
So
so dope. Before I, like I said, go to the other question, because of what you do, how do people submit, I guess, if they want to be featured on your channels, or
We
like
have an
what's the
aggregator
process?
company called Get Seen Global,
Okay.
and that is kind of like the middleman who goes through all of our content once you submit. There's a link on our website, virenetwork.com, which is our corporate website,
Mhm.
and you can submit any completed projects. It has the page there for all the information and everything.
Oh, perfect.
Um, and then we have other aggregators that find content for us and so on.
Oh, that's
that's
dope.
dope.
Okay, well, y'all heard it, because I know somebody's gonna be asking, "Oh, how I can get my?" There's a lot of people I know, and I'm sure that T knows, that would love to, see about pushing their own content and stuff
Mm-hmm.
through
Yeah,
your.
yeah. I'll send you the
Like,
link. I'll send you the link.
yeah,
Yeah.
I already feel like and know that this thing is gonna blow up.
Yeah, we're about there right now. Where we're bringing on a team for each channel to run individually and on its own. So yeah, we're about there.
Oh, that is so
That's
dope,
dope.
man.
Look, I just keep saying that's dope.
Right, like me too. Like, because again, he's coming right out of Trenton area, and it's like,
Yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
I don't think do a lot of people know this.
I mean, people close to me do. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess we've been downloaded in over 116 countries. We
Wow.
got over 180,000 downloads worldwide. So
That's
people know
good.
about it that know about it, I guess.
Yeah,
And
if
then
you
people
know,
that
you
know me and
know.
so
If
on.
you know, you know. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But right now is really where we're about to do our big push. So everything behind up until now has been pretty much building up to get to the point where we can start marketing for real.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, kudos to that, and all
Yes.
look, and all
Thank
that's
you.
coming
Thank
with
you.
it. Don't worry, we ain't closing this out yet. I would have been like, kudos to that.
No, we're good. We're
No,
good.
we are not done. No, but I'm sure Talea wants to know too, because I sit and talk to you every so often, but I still like want to hear the story. Why the change?
Why
What
leave
made you
Princeton, New
want to
Jersey?
get out to LA and pursue
Well,
it for yourself? Like, what was your mental stability at the time
a
to say no? Like,
couple
dig it,
different
go all
things.
in.
Um, First off, I was working with, I don't know if you know Brian Gentry. So I was working
Oh,
with
of
Brian.
course.
We had did like a little YouTube series that never made it anywhere. We just kind of did like 2 or 3 episodes. It's like some hidden files, stuff. I had a cast on my hand and everything, but we were working out of his basement at his mom's house.
Uh-huh.
And I remember we were just like, it was a blizzard back then. I think it was '09, the
Mm-hmm.
blizzard we had back then. And
The
we were like
blizzard of
snowed in.
'09.
Yeah, exactly. And so we were snowed in the house. We didn't know what to, how to get our stuff out there, who we should reach out to, like nothing. We knew a couple of people that knew a couple of people that knew a couple of people, but it wasn't like, a solid relationships where you can get out there. So that kind of frustrated me. And it made me realize there was a ceiling on what I'm doing if I'm not directly in the city that's built for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing. Um, I think I looked up one day how many people in Mercer County make over $100,000, and I forgot how many people it was, but it didn't satisfy. It didn't
Wow.
satisfy, my idea of what I was reaching for. So I was like, there's no jobs that are gonna make over 100,000. So I'm already at a ceiling, you know.
Hmm.
And then I think that blizzard too, getting out of the
Yeah.
cold, that blizzard too was like, all right, I think I couldn't feel my feet one time, like what I'm saying? I couldn't feel my feet or my hands getting in the car door, and I'm like, yo, I can't do
You
this,
were
like
over
It's
it.
not
it's
me.
too much. Yeah, I just got over it. So
So did you like prior to all that? Did you feel like you were just dragging or just living?
yeah, I was
Mhm.
working at a science lab out in Princeton.
Mhm.
That's kind of attached to Princeton University. I was there for a couple years. I wasn't happy there. I was just me doing work, being there, satisfying everybody else because they want me to have a job and
Mhm.
all that stuff. And then I just felt like I was doing something I wasn't really passionate about and that I didn't want to do for years. I didn't feel like trading my time for money anymore.
Mm.
Especially when I was like still broke. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was like, all right, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No.
how was the process? So from there, that had to be like December, right? Like December-ish? Because I remember that blizzard. Like I
Yeah, that blizzard.
remember,
Yep,
yes,
December-ish around
yes.
then. Yep.
I remember that because I was working at a T-Mom program at that time.
Uh huh.
Yes, I remember that. So like from there, what just said, okay, like I'm just gonna shoot to LA. Like, did you get a call? Did you look up salaries
Yeah,
in LA? Like,
my brother and I, my brother Naeem and I talked one day. I think it was like the end of June or something like that, and we were both like, "Yo, it's time to go," because he lives in DC, I was in Jersey, so we were both like, "It's time to like we both got to do something." And it was like a random call that we did, and we said, "All right, it's either gonna be LA or Miami,"
Mm.
and within 10 days, we left 10 days later. So within those
wow.
10 days, I got accepted to school, like the Art Institute out here. He did too. My job transferred me. Like I found that day that we had that call. I looked up
Wow.
on my job, what positions were out here in LA, and they had some positions. So I contacted the person out here, and they hit me back like 2 days later, like, yeah, we got this position. Da, 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 da. They actually gave me a raise when I moved out here, and when I started, I think I started working maybe a week after I landed here.
Wow.
So it was just everything just started
Like,
lining up where it was like, all right,
Right.
yeah,
like you gotta go.
yeah,
Did you
yeah.
feel at all like how like I guess what made you feel so sure of yourself? Like what was your
I
nudge?
wasn't sure at all.
Ah, that's a good answer though,
That was
because
the last. That
a lot
was
of
the
times it's
last.
literally just doing it. Like I feel like we'll never be ready. We
Yeah,
just
you'll
gotta
never be
do it.
sure. You'll never be ready for the next level. You
Yeah.
always just gotta go.
Yeah,
If you're ready for it, then
that ain't the level you gonna stay.
yeah, it's not. It's either not the level you should be going to, or
Yeah.
you should have been made that move a long time ago.
Yeah.
But anything that you're doing that you've never done before, you're always nervous. Whether it's having a child, going outside in the cold.
Hmm.
Like right now, if you go outside, you don't know how cold it is, so you're gonna be nervous about going outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know how cold
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying? You see, you know how cold it is, but you don't know how that cold is going to hit you.
How's
You
it
get
gonna
out
affect
there.
Right.
me? Yeah.
You get out there and get a gust of wind, and you like, oh, you know what I'm
My
saying?
whole face frozen.
Yeah.
No,
But
you're
just knowing that it's not gonna, you're not gonna be ready for anything that's next level. You're always gonna be nervous. You're always gonna be uncomfortable.
have you always thought that way, like even as like a child, like in your, younger years,
Um,
or have you always been kind of a person to maybe teeter a little bit
Not really
and stuff like that?
tutor. I've had a lot of people say they kind of listen to what I'm saying. They look up to me and so on. But I've kind of been that person that didn't really want to go by the books. You know,
Got you.
um, I had a lot of people. A lot of my family members, aunts and uncles and stuff were older,
Mm-hmm.
and they push the whole church thing on you and stuff like that, you know, which is cool. But I always seen there was holes in that way. And even with like school and college, I always seen there was holes in going to college and getting a degree and being in debt and there's no jobs and now you're paying. I always seen that and was like, why would I go? Why if I see it, why would I go
why
that
would
way?
you put yourself through it?
Yeah, like if I can see it and I know that people tell horror stories of it, why would I subject myself to that? You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, let's find something else. Um, and I didn't want to just follow a path that was just like some blind path that I'm supposed to do and, you know, not be happy about what I'm doing. I wanted to be happy about what I'm doing every day.
That's a good lifestyle to like focus on living, you know.
Yeah.
So throughout these years, so that started what, 2010 then?
That was 2010. We moved that we landed here Independence Day. We flew out here
Wow.
2010.
That's when you made your freedom.
Yeah, no, really though.
That is so crazy.
And then my brother started working with who is my business partner now, couple like maybe a month or two after we got here. He was Snoop Dogg's first personal photographer for you know, a moment of time. And then he introduced me to who is my business partner now, who owns a magazine. My brother did. He was on stage with like Kendrick Lamar before he like blew up, and did a couple interview or did a couple photo shoots with some artists. And yeah, that was our beginning within the first like 6 months of being here.
All because you stepped out on faith.
Yeah, that's it. All because
you just stepped out.
All because yeah. See, now I've just become comfortable with being uncomfortable and knowing that that's the space I got to play in.
So you're not like, but this is, I'm about to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Thing is because, you know, we're all human. We all still have these doubts. Like, did you not doubt anything, or were you really just putting all that faith, again, not to say
it was really just being comfortable with not knowing what's going to happen. And at one point in building this company, I just, well, not even this company, but before, I just got comfortable with not knowing all the information and still moving forward, not knowing everything and still moving forward. And I got comfortable with the fact that if you really trust in, you know, God or whoever it is you believe in, and things keep happening for you, then why are you not going to be more faithful towards, you know, what your destiny is? You know what I'm saying? Like if I keep trying something, somebody keeps helping me out every time.
Yeah.
Why am I going to start doubting them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even like on a human, from a human standpoint, like if I'm there for you every time you got a problem, and then one day you act like you don't trust me, I'm gonna have an issue. And that's kind of how I look at it with God. Like, so I'm comfortable now with knowing that the things that I do and the moves that I make are supposed to be, even if it ends up going a different way than I expected to, I'm comfortable with knowing that I should adjust.
That's good.
That's inspiring.
Yeah, it is, because some people, like, they'll have faith, and then it's just something that just still kind of, I don't know, you know, and it may take them, you know, years. So it's like for you to have that, all right, I got this faith. I looked up this, I researched this, and this isn't going to work here. So where do I need to be for it to work? That's powerful, because some people will still stay stuck.
Yeah, and I didn't want
to, you know, and
I'd never been off the East Coast before I landed here. Like before I landed here in the apartment, I never left the East Coast. Wow. So that was my first time off of the East Coast. Period. Was landed here into a place, and I remember I started working at MySpace. That was my first job when I landed. I started working at the MySpace headquarters. And then just, you know, things were just different when I moved out here. Like the
it's like
job
so
quality that I was at
literally opened up for you.
Yeah. Yeah, like I started meeting people, and just then I realized that being around these circles and the people that you want to be is around is the whole point of being out here. So
Yeah. That's
like
what I
when
was
you're
gonna ask.
home, you get stuck kind of with being around people that you grew up with, which is not
Yep.
necessarily bad, but people you
Yeah.
grew up with, people that are not necessarily doing what you want to do, and you don't end up focusing on what you need to. But when you move somewhere else, you can zero in on who you want to be around, what's going to help you progress and so on.
Yeah, that's true. Because I was gonna ask you that, like, is it because like when you're here, or you said like in your home state, sometimes you do get stagnant. And like there's nothing wrong with being around your childhood friends, but then it's like times it's just like I need y'all. Not that I need y'all, but if
No,
they,
it's okay to say
yeah,
it.
if you could be a little bit more motivating, or if you see your friend like trying to do something, kind of like
An extra nudge.
yeah, like an extra
Yeah,
nudge and stuff
yeah,
like that. Like let's grow together. Like let's do
yeah,
something.
yeah, and
It's
yeah,
you.
that's very important to you, like being comfortable with the decisions you make, is the people around you, and
Mm-hmm.
having support and all that kind of stuff.
What I've learned with that though, because I've obviously throughout, and we could say it's COVID, we could say, it's a lot of things. A lot of people I've been known to be, I guess, close with have been like kind of like trailing behind, and I'm just like, well, God, why are you, taking away these people that I thought that I was going to be able to build with, or,
Yeah.
grow with in this
Yeah.
business right now? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm realizing too that sometimes, again, whatever our assignments, and I love that you mentioned this before, T. I think in um, a couple interviews before, but whatever God, like whatever assignment God has you on, I know it's one of those learning processes that everyone's just not going to come with you. Everyone's not going to be there on
Yeah.
that
I
with
mean,
you. It's
nobody can see through
for
your
you,
eyes.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be able to see your vision. Even whoever your business partner is,
Mm-hmm.
or your spouse or whatever, they're not going to be able to
exactly.
see your vision 100%. So you got to understand, so like some people can get it unto a certain point, and then it's your vision. That's why
Yep.
it's yours.
Yep.
So you still
Absolutely.
got to, move in the way that you want to move. You know what I'm saying?
And put in that work.
Yeah,
That work.
exactly.
Gotta put in that work. But I want to ask you though, because it's a typical question. What stresses you?
What stresses
Because it
me
sounds
now?
like the
I'm too
sunny
scatterbrained.
side of the West Coast makes you just so
Zen.
Yeah, that kind of helps out with the
smiling.
stress. That helps out with the stress. But
Yeah.
I think what stresses me now is being scatterbrained, like just having so much to do and trying to delegate certain stuff to people, and I still have the stress of knowing if this is going to be successful, quote unquote,
Mm.
even though it's still progressing. I still have that stress.
Mhm.
I don't really worry, but I still have the stress here, if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
No, absolutely.
um and then just balancing my time with family, with my daughter, you know what I'm saying, and work, like try not to be on the phone while I'm with them, trying to
Mm.
cherish my time that I'm not working, you
Is
know.
that ever difficult though, knowing that you're an entrepreneur? I don't know. I feel this way sometimes for myself, but like, do you ever feel like you're s- you're spending more time on your job rather than
Yeah,
your
all the
like
time.
let's say if you were at a at a 9 to 5, you come home and then the day is done because you did your job between those hours, but then when you're now as an entrepreneur, you're
Hmm.
trying to balance, like you said, your daughter, your family life, not to be on the phone while they're
Mm-hmm.
around and stuff. Like, do you still catch yourself sometimes doing it anyway, and do you ever have
Oh
regret
yeah, I
about
did
it?
this just this morning. I was watching Peppa Pig uh on a call about boxing or something like that, and Peppa Pig is in the background, and like it was crazy. But I always find myself texting or looking at my phone or something. I'm at the point where my daughter is like, she'll kind of look over and I know she notices and I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to put it down
Yeah,
real quick because I don't want her to think that that's more important than me paying attention to her.
to her.
So yeah, yeah, that's it's a balance. It's a
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah. It's funny actually that you mentioned that about Peppa Pig in the background. I think a lot of jobs and companies these days are probably letting a lot of things slide now that
Yeah, they don't have a choice. I
they don't
mean,
have a choice.
Hey,
yeah,
Like
you ain't gonna fire nobody because
either
Peppa
you want
Pig in the
right,
back.
right. Either you want the job done, you're gonna listen to Blues
Yeah,
Clues or whoever in the
for
back. Like
real.
you're gonna hear this.
Yeah, for real. And then everybody's got lives. Like no matter what your title is somebody at home in the back yelling and screaming,
Yes.
or you got, you know what I'm saying? You got to go to the bathroom just like everybody else. Like,
Yep. That is crazy
yeah,
how times have changed. Some of
yeah.
us
yeah,
were all prepared though. Like
yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
So, like, how have you been handling everything during the pandemic? Have your
Well,
kids
that's even harder.
work, all of it? Like, how do you handle and still show up and smile?
It's if things weren't different every day for me, then I'd probably be
Mm,
miserable. But because it's something new every day,
Mhm.
then it's easier to manage. Um, especially with like, having a 4-year-old that want to run around all the
mhm,
time and
mhm.
she's so active.
And she's probably always bringing something new to the table too.
Yeah, exactly. Like drawing, coloring, building
Look at
towers.
this, and then only have
Exactly.
one new part of the picture added to it.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
No,
But
that
it makes you be creative though.
yeah.
It makes you creative.
Do you feel like there's going to be, I guess, like, not are you scared, but do you feel like you'd be, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, like when the pandemic, like let's say when the pandemic ends, because I know it's going to end. People are
Yeah.
going to go back to their not normal lives because nothing's normal. Um, but it's going to be back to almost like a fast pace
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
everything's slowed down, so it's going to be back to a fast pace and everything. Do you feel like because you have this new network and everything, it's still going to continue to be the success that like becoming now, while people now are going back to their day-to-day life, like you know what I mean, like working, and they can't
Yeah.
be at home to actually, I ask this about anyone for that matter, because there's a lot of jobs that were created through quarantine.
Yeah.
When it comes to a lot of people building their websites or things in that nature, do you think it's going to shift at all, or are you prepared if it does?
It'll shift. I don't It'll definitely shift. I don't think it'll be too much in a negative way, like for us
Mhm.
especially. Um especially because we're like international, we're everywhere.
Right.
But I think it'll definitely shift. I think a lot of jobs have switched their protocols and procedures and stuff like that, so they'll be able to adjust.
Hmm.
Um, but for us, it'll just be, we were doing a remote thing before the
Mm,
quarantine. As far as our team,
Right.
we had an office that we were going into, but it was just a building that we were kind of using.
yeah.
So things will pretty much be the same.
Okay.
I think how people consume the content will be a little different.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think that'll deter people from wanting to be entertained, especially when they get back to the hustle and bustle.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think we're ever really gonna go back to normal, or
No,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I don't even
yeah,
know
hard
what
to
nah.
go back. Like, it's gonna be hard to put people back in the office. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's gonna be like, yeah. It's
Yeah.
'cause they've learned how to
It's really
conquer.
unnecessary. Like
yes, now you see
If
it's
they
the
notice it's not necessary for having all these bodies sitting up in cubicles, offices, whatever. Like, what do you mean? You're just filling space.
Yeah, it's not necessary. Like you can take calls from home if that's what you do. Like it's
Exactly.
a lot of stuff you can do.
yeah.
There's Word files and you can do stuff from
It's
anywhere.
so
You
much
don't
you
need
can
to
do
be at
now.
a certain building.
Yes.
But it needed, we needed something like this
The show.
to progress, how
Yep.
the industry was. And things never change by wanting them to change. So, while everybody was sitting back like, man, I wish I could work from home and blah blah blah, but no
Mhm.
action was being taken. It
Yep.
took something like this for companies to actually have to be like, okay, we got to switch up this and this.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Whew. Listen, I just know one thing and one thing only. If things do go back to some type of normalcy, we are never going to have a snow day.
I know,
Never
right?
going to have a holiday.
Yeah, true.
They're
Because
going to
That's true.
expect you to be to work.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's how it's gonna be. Companies are
Man,
gonna figure it out, and then they're gonna figure out which ways they can take advantage of their workers again.
Mhm.
absolutely.
Mhm.
That's how it is with companies. Which way can we take advantage of now? Like now it's gonna be, oh, since you're at home, we're gonna switch to 10-hour days or something like that. And you're like,
Yeah, like nah,
no, we're
you
not
That's just
doing
not
that.
fair.
Yeah.
That's not
can't do that.
fair.
Yeah. So, corporate America always finds a way to exploit people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in some way.
Schools do too. They should have started schools at 10 o'clock. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you.
I'm just saying. Maybe it's for me. I don't know. But these kids are.
I'm lucky. We're lucky to have a sitter. So we got somewhere my
Oh,
daughter goes all day. Like,
that's
That's
good.
good.
so it kind of helps out.
Absolutely. And listen, you got to do what you got to do because
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
not what we've been saying all day. T. It's not easy.
It's not.
It's not
Yeah.
easy at all. But Lamar, I don't know, man. I'm in awe. I'm inspired because, like I said before, it's not too many people that you come across that literally will up and go. Literally just take whatever it is you had. I don't know what you had because it sounds like you just probably had a toothbrush,
Yeah,
toothpaste.
just amount.
Yeah. I had a studio apartment. I was living in North Trenton,
Uh-huh.
and I packed all my stuff in my car, drove down to DC, and me and my brother flew out from DC. So whatever I could fit in my car was what we took.
You left your
Wow.
car in DC.
No, I shipped the car from DC.
Okay,
So
okay,
we packed all my stuff and his stuff in the car from DC.
okay.
We had it shipped, and then we flew out from there.
Wow. Yeah, like you just really inspired me because I'm just like, no, because I'm gonna be starting school, but it's gonna be in Tennessee. So like I live here in Trenton, so it's just like,
Hmm.
wow, it's just like I'm gonna have to go back and forth to Tennessee like for every term. But it
Hmm.
was one of them things like if you don't do this now, you're never going to do it.
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah.
gonna
You're never gonna be 100% ready.
you're never.
You just gotta move.
Yes. So just to see you just go like just to do it and it's like whatever happens, happens. It don't matter. Like if it go left, if it
Yeah.
go right, at least you can say you did it.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, at the end of the day, whether I was working at a 9 to 5 in one state or another, it's the same thing. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of finding the same type of support where you're going and making sure you're good. It's really not that hard. It's just being uncomfortable with leaving what's already at home. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you been out of state before? Like lived out of state?
Yeah, for college. So I have lived out of state, and I did 4 years like away.
Okay.
So, but I feel like when I came back from Maryland, I feel like I got stagnated.
Hmm.
Like I
No,
feel
that's what happened to me too. I came
Yeah.
back from the
A
Marines. It
lot
was
of
like,
us.
yeah.
I went to Virginia. That was my first attempt to like get away. I went to Virginia. and things didn't work out there. It was kind of, I didn't really, it was the same thing. I couldn't find something that I was passionate about, So I ended up coming back. I was back for like 3 years and then left. 2.5, 3 years, and then left again.
But it's funny when y'all say when you came back, you realize that there was it like it doesn't sound like it's something here that motivated you to get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was anything to motivate you, it was the fact that there was just something that wasn't here for you.
Yeah. And I felt like it was a ceiling. It was a ceiling for me.
Like you've already reached your max level.
Yeah. And anything else, I'm gonna have to leave. And then I just started with just realizing what the hood is designed for. It's not designed for you to leave.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's not designed for you to be comfortable and excel and all that. It's not designed for that. So like if we know that these people redlined our city and have us like in this uh manifestation of like just running in a circle, then why can't you move out of it? Like why would you still fall into that hole? That's kind of how my thoughts was. Like the ghetto is not designed, the hood, it's not designed for you to leave.
It's a whole.
I mean, I would just say just anywhere like where you grew up. So if you grew up in Lawrence, Ham, I just think it's just once you get around or you get in your comfort zone, your extra comfort zone is just people don't see a desire. And then, like most people, they get these state jobs and then they don't want to leave because they want to go, or they get some
and
type
that
of
was
job and where they can get their pension. Where like, I don't want to leave my pension, but that's all they focused on. And they stayed in a certain spot miserable for years. But it was just to make sure to get a pension.
And I just posted a video about that same exact thing that you're talking about. I posted some. There's a team that does a lot of financial literacy talk. I think they're called Earn Your Leisure.
Okay.
And they were on the Breakfast Club, and he was saying the same thing. Like we've been taught that hard work is the way to get rich, and get on a company, do 20 years, and get a pension, and you're good.
Or have 3 jobs.
Yeah, or have 3 jobs, and that's not really the way to financial freedom. That's the way that the people up there get people like us working for them. It's by telling us that that's what we need to do. And like I never thought of that. Like I never thought of that of doing that. I always wanted to like be independent with mine.
Yeah, no, like I totally understand that because I'm like, so Ed would tell you like I've been trying to also move to Atlanta, like just to
forever.
I
was ready to kick her out.
Yeah, like, so because every time I go there, like I feel like it's home. And like I like the last time I was there, I was crying to come back home. And I'm like, why am I crying to leave somewhere I don't live? I just go visit. But so I had some stuff situated even within this year. And then I had to stop myself. And then I had to ask God, like, do you want this for me right now? And then I started to take a step back. And that's when doors started opening with the Tennessee. It was other doors. So it's not saying I can't go to Atlanta. It's like, you need to start your passion first. Start getting your passion, and then that can open doors in Atlanta or anywhere at this point.
No, that will open doors. That's what I figured out. Once you start chasing what you're passionate about, doors open for you. And you'll sometimes it's not the door that you want, but another door will open for you. Like I started reaching out to people on LinkedIn just blindly, and like I would reach out to 50, 100 people or whatever, just you know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 of them might respond, but those 2 would be some solid. Where it would be like, I don't even care about the 48 or whatever that did. I don't even care. Those 2 were solid enough for me to be like, all right, this was, it was worth it.
It was worth it. Yeah. Yeah. So that faith over fear.
Yeah. Being comfortable
That's a
with
shirt.
You know, yeah, I know, right? I like that as a shirt. I like that.
But man,
Thank you.
see, we're making a trip to LA.
I'm
Yes.
always encouraging people to come out. I'm always trying to get people to come out. You know, I've been trying to get you to come out.
I know why. That's why I told you we're already coming. We just
Especially
gotta find the date.
while the flights are cheap and stuff right now.
Yeah, right now it's right now is the time to come. They about to open up stuff here and there, and then everything is so much spread out here that it's easier to maneuver. Like you can go to the beach, you don't have to really be near people. Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the beach.
I know my favorite spot. No, she knows I love. Like I just went to the beach like 3 weeks ago.
You really did in the cold, but it was worth it.
Yeah, no, the beach is a different mentality. It's a different. It just lets you reflect.
Yep. You get all the energy and the vibrations and stuff that you need from the water. It talks to you. It talks.
No, exactly.
It does.
Well, while we sit here and plan this trip, go out to LA because we got business to discuss. I thank you so much. I know T thanks you as well for being part of the show today and being as open as you were. Because again, I know there's people that are watching this and they're literally sitting like, wow, you know, maybe I should take that. Like the word of the day was chance today. I don't know why. It is. Like chance was the thing. And I text T before, like T, it's on my mind while I'm motivated. Maybe we should just talk about taking chances.
Yeah, that's very important. Taking chances is very. That's how I think God speaks to us through different actions and things that happen.
Yep.
That I don't, think that he speaks to us in words. I think he speaks through actions that happen and how we interpret what he, our instincts and stuff like that.
It's the interpretation part though, because sometimes I'd be like, "Is this what you meant?" Like, I ain't gonna lie, the way me and God be like,
but you have to be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like you really have to be like that. And I mean, I know some people probably be like, "Yo, people crazy if they sitting there talking up to God." But no, like you really need to know, is this what you're talking about? Because,
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go where you lead.
Where you lead. Yeah.
I'm gonna follow anyway.
I'm gonna follow. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you for bringing.
Yeah, thank you.
Before you go.
She's frozen.
Anybody?
You were frozen, T.
Say that again. I heard before you go.
Is there anything like you want to just put out there? Any quotes that you may love, or just your own, just like something to encourage?
Information.
To encourage, I would say, listen to your instinct. Your instincts and your passion, like I said, are how God speaks to you. Is how, it's the path that you should take. That's one. Two, nobody's gonna understand your vision. Like, so you can't get frustrated if people don't understand. You just gotta understand that it's yours. That's why, like, nobody can see out of your eyes. And just get comfortable with being uncomfortable and knowing that, we always look to be comfortable and until we, that's kind of how we navigate through things. But being uncomfortable is when you're moving forward or backwards or whatever, but that's when you're moving, is when you're uncomfortable. So those three things probably.
Here's to removing the safety net.
Right?
Thank you so much. The sunny side of the West
Yeah, thank you.
And warming us up.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, man. You have
of course, I appreciate you.
Yes, you do.